power? The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. Him make an eye like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I RASTA, I will walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Who prepare a table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Who anointed I head to no oil, me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I will follow I all the days of I Ivan. I will dwell in the house of the Lord God. Drop Krema we groma beatela exalt beer tanaistalina bashante shante. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemon, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just do it on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Come here! And my name, Blakk Rasta. In every traditional African home, we have a Blakk Pot. And each time this Blakk Pot sits on the pot of fire, there is something sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and also flavors jump into the Blakk Pot. They are subjected to some good amount of heating, and then they produce food in all its sumptuousness, in all its palatability and nutritionality. This is when the family gathers and there is peace, there is love, there is also harmony. My brother, my sister, that is what we do right here. We bring so many different ideas into being, and we sieve out the best and use that to develop our motherland, our land, our people. Remember, this is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Today we have three very interesting issues to look at, and we're going to be very, very sharp with that, smart with that, quick with that, straight to the point. Story number one. Remember to click on the like button and share this broadcast so many more people can get to witness this historic feat. Remember, our numbers are also scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Akufo-Addo Beheaded. Nana Akufo-Addo is the man whose photograph you see here. And if you look at the head, my brother, my sister, whoever built that statue built it to precision. It's a life-size statue. My brother, my sister, they painted it gold. As for the material they used in making this, is clear for everyone to see. It's POP, plaster of Paris. Since this statue came into being, many people have criticized it, including the former president, John Dramani Mahama, who has become the new president of the republic. My brother, my sister, another very serious critique came all the way from the critic that Ghana has always known, John Benjamin. He is a man that almost every Ghanaian knows. Oh yes, the British High Commissioner to this country a few years back. And this is what he says. UK ambassador, the former one, of course, to Ghana, John Benjamin, has expressed disapproval over the erection of a statue. And he says what? No one should erect their own statue while alive. And this is John Benjamin critiquing the statue that was erected by Nana Akufo-Addo himself whilst he was still in power. Now, my brother, my sister, that statue has been beheaded. He was first and foremost attacked. The leg was broken. As if that was not enough, it was fixed. And then now, the whole statue has been brought down. And this is the head that is making the round all over the place. It was erected right there in the western region of Ghana, Sekendi, Sekune. And the people are saying, this man hasn't done anything for us. Why should his statue be erected here? And for that matter, they decided to take it down. We all remember that this happened to the Osajifo Kwame Nkrumah in the days, right? Nkrumah erected his own statue while he was still here with us, right? And when he was overthrown, people decided to go for the statue, broke the statue. A few years later, they regretted that the Osajifo should have rather been worshipped. Kwame Nkrumah, whilst he was with us here, had the statues erected in some parts of Ghana. Not Ghana alone, some other places whilst he was still alive. People had seen the gargantuan efforts he had made in bringing Africa together. People had named a lot of streets after him, even whilst he was alive and was president. My brother, my sister. But when the coup happened in 1966, enemies of the Osajifo went for the statues, broke down the statue, and today when you go to the Kwame Nkrumah mausoleum, you would see the defaced statue. Albert is been brought back, and the head is sitting somewhere. The whole body is also sitting somewhere. You would see the amount of damage they did to that copper or bronze statue. That is what we're talking about. This is at the Kwame Nkrumah mausoleum. Now the head is out. They brought down the whole statue in the days. And when you look at the right hand, saying forward ever, they cut off all the fingers. And one hand is also gone. My brother, my sister, now they've been able to find the head. In fact, somebody took the head away. And when the mausoleum was built, he decided to bring back the head. So when you go to the Nkrumah mausoleum, the head is just next to this statue, which was defaced in the days. What point is Blakk Rasta making? A lot of Ghanaians are so fed up with Nana Akufo-Addo. Nana Akufo-Addo has gone through his full tenure. It was not like in the days when Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown. He has gone through his full tenure, and the people are not satisfied with him. They think that he should not be erecting his own statue. He should wait for people to do it. This is a man who also erected not only his own statues, but the statue of his own father, which is at Cantonments. And he has named that runabout after his father. That runabout is still there. This is a man full of ego. He came to honor himself and his family. But this is not the only statue of Nana Akufo-Addo. There's another one, albeit a bust, right there inside Ododo Dio. This is the bust. We are told this is at Ododo Dio. As to where exactly, I do not know. But my brother, my sister, the president seems to be on a self-aggrandizement spree. Self-honor. Are they justified by breaking down the statue? You want my opinion? Yes. If I were there, I would be the first person to break that head. And please, whoever has the head right now, you are carrying a demon's head into your room. If I were you, I will take that head back to wherever it was. Let them take it for cremation. That will serve the nation better. This kind of ego is so rotten. After so many years, if we regret, we will go back and build a statue for him. At what time we would have told ourselves that he deserved it. I agree with John Benjamin. No human being should ever erect his own statue. Especially if you are in the eyes of the public. I would understand if he was an entertainer. We do so many things as entertainers for hype. You understand? But if you are not an entertainer and you are employed by the public, you have no right whatsoever. You are in no position whatsoever to build your own statue. Thank God the statue has been decapitated, it's been beheaded, and I'm glad Nana Akufo-Addo is still alive to see what will happen after his death. This is clear that the people have renounced and denounced your leadership. The people are not happy with your governance. And this should be a living testimony to other presidents who are coming. John Dramani Mahama should watch this. Rawlings was here for so many years. We didn't see him build a statue for himself. After Mills came in, he won 2 terms. He served only 1 and a few more months before he went away. We didn't see any statue that he built in his own honor. My brother, my sister, but self-aggrandizement. Nana Akufo-Addo built a statue for himself. This is not the only statue that has been vandalized. The statue of Madam Tiwa Adodankwa has also been vandalized. And I'm glad it happened. My brother, my sister, they are so much in a hurry to be honored, yet they are not doing anything honorable or worthy of honor. Atta Mills' statue also had the plaque peeled out because of the name it bore and the name of Koku Anyudo. Many people do not want associated with the plaque. If it is the nation that is building it, let the nation's name be there. My brother, my sister, we are so much in a hurry for honor, yet we are not ready to do the honorable thing. That is the average Ghanaian. We want to be honored, yet we are not ready to do the honorable thing. To the people who broke down this statue, this is not the first time we are having statues broken. We have already gone into these stories already. We had the statue of Mahatma Gandhi removed. I was getting ready to go and burn down that statue. And I told you that even Nana Akufo-Addo's father's statue should be a target. Why should that statue be there? The statue of Dankwa, why should that statue be there? These were people who didn't believe in Ghana. They believed in ego and ethnocentrism. Remove those statues. Build statues of Ya Asantua and all the wonderful people we had in this nation. Even before it became Ghana. Not Dankwa. Never Nana Akufo-Addo's father. What did they do for the people of this nation? Rather than going on ego trips. And his son has inherited the same egocentrism. Building his own statue. Is the Black Pot. A.K.A. Kokoshonomo. And here we speak truth to power. Those whose statues have been made, if we realize that they don't deserve them, and all over the world, they are doing that. They are breaking down the statues of slave owners and people who visited us with horror in the past. If in the days of ignorance, we thought they were heroes, now we know we have to deal with them accordingly. It's the Black Pot. Hey! Hey! Wayo!
Wow! Blackpot. Coco show them.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. Please hit on the like button and remember to share the broadcast so many more people would see. We are heating up. Send your comments in. We're going to be reading them in a jiffy. Next story. Watch it. Mahama'S $600,000 bulletproof car. I woke up early this morning and I saw a car making the rounds on social media. Woo! Look at the car. It has Ghana's coat of arms embossed in front. And when I looked at this car, I decided to do a small research on it. Look at the inside. Lord God have mercy. Hey! It's a Toyota Land Cruiser Extreme. Look at what it is. Look at the specs. It's a 2022 Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Extreme Edition GXR V6 3.3 liter twin turbo AT. It's a whole sentence. Now, in the Land Cruiser Extreme Edition, the suspension, tires, and other exterior features have been modified to handle any tough terrain. Land Cruiser 300 Series Extreme Editions with both gasoline and diesel engines are available from the most trusted car exporter in Dubai, Sahara Motors. Now, the Land Cruiser Extreme Edition is an epitome of power, performance, and durability, designed to tackle the most challenging terrains with ease. Now, in this edition, significant modifications to the suspension, tires, and exterior features have been made to enhance its off-road capabilities. Sahara Motors, a trusted car exporter in Dubai, offers the Land Cruiser 300 Series Extreme Edition, featuring both gasoline and diesel engines, making it a versatile choice for off-road enthusiasts. And when you look at it, it has more. The rear shock absorber bracket, shock extension, headlights, fog lamps, rear combination lamps, the black edition, front rear chrome accents, hair, black colored, and its retro style body stripes. And it's also bulletproof. This one here, we are told. And it costs over $500,000 American dollars. 600,000 American dollars. That's an equivalent of 8 million Ghana cedis. And this was what I saw on social media. Watch this properly. It says, note, the vehicle was flown into the country in a private cargo plane, which cost us money. Ghana is not broke as John Dramani Mahama and the NDC government are trying anything possible to make you believe. Don't be deceived. And they said, get to know this. And they have given you everything it is. So, all-time 88 billion cedis now is 8 million Ghana cedis. This could have done a lot for Ghana. But what is the truth about this? In fact, this car was shipped into the country by Ibrahim Mahama in 2022. He is a fan of motorbikes and cars. He even has a private jet. He is rich. He is the president's younger brother. That is why when businesses are moved from the government to Ibrahim Mahama, many people come out and say, hey, that's the president's brother. Why? This is nepotism, and so on and so forth. This car was imported into the country in 2022. On authority, I can tell you that Ibrahim Mahama shipped this into the country, and the checks are there for everybody to check. Now, let me tell you something interesting. When Mahama became president a few days ago, after the elections, he was supposed to have a presidential car. That presidential car, according to sources very close to him, is not ready yet, and he decided to go for his brother's car. Remember, his own brother and the family rode in a bus to the inauguration of their big brother, John Dramani Mahama. So as it stands right now, on authority. Yes, the car cost 600,000 American dollars, an equivalent of 8 million Ghana cedis. It's a bulletproof car, as we are told, even though the specs we read about do not even mention the bulletproof. But it is said to be a bulletproof car, and Ibrahim Mahama donated that to his own brother to use as a presidential car. That is what it is right now. Now, where is the presidential car? Why is Mahama not using the presidential car that Nana Akufo-Addo used before him? Could there be some security issues? Are they trying to make sure that everything is okay before he uses that car? Or would he prefer to use this one owned by his brother? Remember, he lives in his own private accommodation after he was denied a government accommodation. Remember, they refused to pay him his ex-president's grants and salaries. Remember, they refused him an office. Remember, he wrote a letter to the president, Nana Akufo-Addo, asking for a certain bungalow for his retirement or his status as an ex-president, and all these were denied. So this is a man who is used to living privately. At a point, did you know the president was living in somebody's house? Seydou Agongo's house. Everybody knows where Seydou Agongo's apartments are. That was where Mahama was living. He had to go get a private office at cantonments, which he paid for from his own pocket. He had to go out and pay for his own electricity bills. Now, he is telling the whole Ghana, I do not want to bring debt into the country. Whatever I can lay hands on that belong to friends and family and well-wishers, for now, we will do that until Ghana starts to breathe well again. Does it make sense to you? Or do you think it's funny? One thing has been made clear. This was not shipped into the country because of President Mahama. It was shipped into the country in 2022, 3 years ago. Ibrahim Mahama has been driving this car. Nobody saw this car till Mahama jumped into it. In fact, we keep our eyes opened. It's all about Ghana. We will bring you all the facts. If they start misbehaving, certainly we shall bring that to the fore. After all, it's all about Ghana. Remember that the state prosecutor, special prosecutor, demanded and asked for cars more expensive than this. Bulletproof cars that cost the nation an arm and a leg. Almost everything the special prosecutor was involved in was revolving around bulletproof materials, because he said that his life was under threat. Today, my brother, my sister, do presidents need bulletproof cars in Ghana? When was the last time there was an attempt on a president's life? Kwame Nkrumah. After that, maybe Rawlings, because he was a military regime leader. But from that time, we have known peace. But does it mean we don't still have enemies lurking around? Do we have to go the extreme to get such exorbitant cars for our own security? Your guess is as good as mine. Send your comments in the interim. This is Ibrahim Mahama'S 600,000 American dollar car that has been loaned to Mahama to use for the time being. It's the Blakk Report. When we return, we have the last story, and we would also be reading your messages, right? Hey! Hey! Whoa!
Blackpot. Coco show, man.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Before I came into the studio, I spoke with Malik Basintali, and I also spoke with Mustafa Gbande. They are so close to the president. And I spoke to some other people on the other side to ascertain the veracity of this over 500,000 bulletproof car. And these are the sentiments I have brought to you. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonamo. Shall we look at your messages? All right. So we are live on Facebook and super live on YouTube. Ras Osaje Fuduabil. Tendandoro. Egomadoro. Ayenzorbil. He says, wait. Welcome on board, dear people. Now, Bon Pyramid says, welcome, Grandpa. Keep speaking truth to power. Wayoy says, second in class today. Jerry Amkwe says, good evening, brother. Love and respect, Jerry. Now, Bon Pyramid says, we preach virtues but practice vices. More churches and mosques. Religious but ungodly generation. Wayoy. And he says, good for Akufo-Addo. Next time, he won't build things to scare children. So Lajima Wena says, good evening, Blakk. Welcome. Why? Now, Bon Pyramid says, this is unfair. What took them so long to break it down? Yesterday, I celebrated it when I saw the news that this tyrant Akufo-Addo statue is down. Oscar B. Noko says, the lies against Mahama have started so fast. Now, Bon Pyramid says, first it was his leg and his colonial trousers. Now he has been beheaded. This should be a warning to Mahama. Abdulaziz Rahim Upeju says, good evening, Blakk. Samuel Akoli says, the head is with my friend in Takrady. We are carrying the demon's head. Tom Paul says, Kwame Nkrumah statues, they brought them down. And Nana Akufo-Addo. Alexander Kwesi says, Toma, Black Rasta. I understand why this Toyota issue is coming up. But we are saying that we are blind to notice that the car was registered 2024. And when did Mahama get into power? A war. All right? Yes. So the information I have, it was imported into the country in 2022. And Ibrahim Mahama. That's his car. David Kingnaru says, welcome, Blakk. Dwabilions of Bill says, boom. Joseph Nyamiche is watching. And he says, Rastafari. Kamil Mohammed says, Black Rasta, a.k.a. Kukushonamo. Good evening. Me Kwate says, I want the head too. Me, I want the gap. Gap, no. Me pe gap, no. Final story and we are done. Well, there is vetting going on and Afenyo-Markin'S stinking behavior at the vetting is showing. There's one man who says this vetting and Afenyo-Markin'S behavior could be seen as very, very unruly. This is Afenyo-Markin who just went by and he is the micro-minority member in Parliament. Yes. He's the leader of the micro-minority in Parliament. And this is Adam Bona. He is a security expert. He has said something. He's not happy with Afenyo-Markin and his behavior in Parliament. Disgusting. Adam Bona slams Afenyo-Markin over conduct at ministerial vetting. Run it, my youths. Security expert Adam Bona has expressed his strong disapproval of the outcome of events during the ministerial vetting by the Appointments Committee of Parliament. Now, speaking on GH1 TV on Tuesday, January 14, 2025, Adam Bona acknowledged the respectful behavior of the first-time MPs on the committee. However, he seemed to take issue with the conduct of the minority leader, Alexander Kwame Afenyo-Markin, suggesting that his actions during the vetting were less than ideal. He noted that the lawmakers' provocative and disruptive behavior appeared to be inappropriate, even describing it as disgusting. For me, I just think that this is not what we are paying our members of Parliament to do. I have to be very honest. What happened was very disgusting. and it wasn't good. I was expecting cool hairs, he said. Bona went on to suggest that Afenyo-Markin'S posture seemed to show a lack of respect towards the committee's chairman, Bernard Ahiafo. Now the chairman is in the chair. Everybody must pay attention to him. It is his show. Listen to him. And if you disagree, let the others talk and you'll be given the opportunity to talk. But the way it happened is almost like they were in a debating class, he added. He cautioned, however, that if such behaviors continue from the minority caucus in the future, it will make things more challenging as it will distract people rather than serve the purpose of informing them. Dash it away. It looks like there's a competition now to show off. You couldn't show off this when you were in power. Now you have all of a sudden found your gusto. This is why some of us will never be MPs. When you see them in parliament, it's like they want to prove that they can talk. I see upon Kruma, and all these people. It looks like it's a grammar class. Everybody is out there to show how well they speak the slave administrator's language. What else? And when you listen to a lot of them very quietly, you realize that common sense is gone. They don't have it. Common sense of patriotism for the nation is gone. They are only interested in new vocabulary. To put it out, they trend for a few days and then they go to the dictionary again looking for the next word to put them there again. It's sad. Afenyo-Markin should behave like a gentleman. I watched the vetting and I thought that he was high on something that I didn't know. You, Afenyo-Markin, when you were the majority leader, you led your people early in the morning before cock crow to go and sit in positions. Right after you got those positions, most of you decided not to go to the parliament again until it was time to do e-levy. Then you all of a sudden had to even bring dead people in the hospital to come and vote for e-levy. This is your legacy, Afenyo-Markin. Fighting for majority seats. This is where the majority will sit, the caucus will sit here. Then you wake up at dawn and rush and go and sit there. Some of you even had your bath there. Such childishness, childish behavior. At the end of the day, this is the man who is now the main talkative for his party. Disrupting everything. That is not the duty of an MP. If you have such energy, use it to explain the numerous corruption charges against your party. That is what we are interested in, not vocabulary. It's a joke. I lost interest in this Ghanaian parliament from the last one. The only good thing that happened to this Ghanaian parliament, I would say, is Alban Bagbe. From e-levy all the way through to what nonsense and what nonsense and what nonsense. They were just passing this by heart. And some members of the opposition at the time also supported this mess. So that when they also come into power, these other people will support them and the nation goes down every time. Shame. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Final messages. And we are done. All right. Mohammed Banjeya says, welcome on board. My vibrant General Salaga soldier. Keep the fire blazing and always speak truth to power without fear or favor. To Kujela, Anyanga, Kaugurugula. Oyo. Say we day your back like Acheche. Wana kano achacha. To my darling, lovely quote of the day, Blakk Rasta. Please, who is that lady? The name was not clear. Winnie Madikizela Mandela, the wife of, well, the ex-wife of Mandela. Better still, the first wife of Mandela. Mustafa Watara says, I learn a lot from you, Blakk, especially history. Keep up the good work. Always love watching you and hoping to meet you one day. Mohammed Banjaya says, Mbiale, kindly check the font styles used for the naming of legends under the quote of the day. Font styles, Shele Inzang Sabre, Biyama Bene. He's saying that the font style we are using to write the names of our heroes are not correct. No, they are not clear. I think that's the same thing the lady was saying. All right, we'll look at them and we'll make sure that we give you font styles that you can read easily. Dash it away. Why? MC Scorpion Jerry Amkwe says they went to President Mahama'S house to even check if he was using illegal electricity, but they couldn't go to Kufuor's house to do same just because Mahama is a Northerner. What a shame. Well, I don't really want to read the northern southern vibe into this, but that's what you're saying. Ghanaians love propaganda a lot. We can move forward if we don't. We can't move forward if we don't check our facts, like Blakk RASTA is doing when we are doomed. Good work, Blakk, watching you from Ontario, Canada. TCJJ said, Blakk, a presidency that traveled with a chair for 8 years. How sure are we that everything they use is safe? Security, as we said. Well, all right. Oh my God. So he wants to say that it's for security reasons. The president has decided not to use the presidential car, which itself is a bulletproof car. Anyway, for now. James Querte says, good evening, Blakk. Abdallah Abubakar says, God bless you. Abdulaziz Rahim Ukpejo says, Overlord of Dagbon. Yana is Dagbon, not Dragon. Yana Mahama Abukari II orders closure of St. Vincent College of Education for ignoring his decision. Is that true? I haven't come across that. Well, I need to look at it and we'll bring you details tomorrow. Mohammed Suhadu says, greetings, Blakk RASTA. All right. Well, it looks like these are all the messages we can read for now. If your messages have not been read, don't feel no way. We are limited by time. I'll catch you again tomorrow, same time, 6 o'clock until 6:30 thereabout, when we are done, or until we are done. I love you and I appreciate you. Hey! Hey! Whoa!